If you receive natural gas royalties in Northeast PA, this message is for you. By the end of this short video, you'll have a clear sense on how to be smarter with your natural gas royalty income amidst the ever-changing inflation-ridden economy that we're currently in. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Bob Brown. I'm a managing partner at Stonehouse. The Stonehouse team and I are thrilled to be bringing you this video because there's another new phase happening with some natural gas royalty owners in our area. Maybe it's happening for you. And we've been paying attention, and we've been working hard, and we've been listening. We've even expanded our services to support natural gas royalty owners in this new phase, aiming to save them money. We're talking thousands and thousands of dollars saved. But before we go there, let's back up. Do you realize the natural gas industry entered our beloved Northeastern PA almost 15 years ago now? Can you believe that? I just can't believe it went that quickly. But from the very beginning of the natural gas coming in, we paid attention to what was going on in our area and our community and how it was affecting our friends, our neighbors, our families. And we organized massive seminars and educational workshops to empower landowners to be able to navigate the decisions that they're suddenly facing, right? You may have even attended some of these events. We did a lot of them. Our goal back then, though, was to help you make the tough decisions that came with managing that influx of money and to gain your trust as a source of support that you can count on to make those decisions. In hindsight, there was much about that time that did not play out as many of us expected. Some royalties started big and then got small, and vice versa. Some people got signing bonuses but no further activity or income. Some people spent this new income as fast as it came out of the ground, for better or worse. Some paid off debts. Some gifted portions to their family. Most paid far, far more than they ever expected in taxes. Oh man. That initial natural gas boom years ago, those were busy, busy days for us and likely for you too. But since then, things have somewhat settled down. So you as an owner of natural gas rights have probably gotten used to getting your natural gas royalty income every month. Some months are good, some months are really good. It feels like free money and you're grateful every time the money hits your account. But here's the thing, the economy's changing. It's changed drastically in just the past 15 months, let alone the last 15 years. And we've now entered an entirely new phase of managing natural gas royalties. The big question, and what we get all the time, is, are your money management strategies keeping up with all these economic changes? So when you get that monthly natural gas royalty income, are you managing it in a way that saves you money or loses you money? You might be surprised by the reality of your money management decisions. And around here, we're not too keen on surprises. So let's take a look at this a little deeper and make sure you're being smart with your money. Let's look at an example of how someone's money management decisions may have served them fine back in the early 2010s, but are costing them thousands now, with higher inflation and different tax laws in the mix. Let's call our fictitious landowner Tom. So years ago, Tom received royalties and even an upfront signing bonus. The money was great, but he had very little experience or faith in the stock market or other types of investments. So instead of investing in those places, he felt it was the safest and smartest to park that large sum of money in a CD account. That's one thing that the banks were very good at back then, offering their version of special CDs to royalty owners, sometimes even offering teaser rates to those to attract landowners to deposit their money. There was nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's what they offered. And like Tom, you might have felt comfortable with putting your money in CDs because it was the bank that you knew and maybe the people you knew who made you feel, like it was a safe place. And it was. And at that time, in those circumstances, it was probably a sound decision for you. The thing is, the only constant is change, right? And as I've hinted at already, the financial landscape is always changing. Those same decisions that Tom made 10 or 15 years ago might not be the smartest moving forward. So let's take a look at Tom's numbers to show how this plays out. How if Tom continues to make the same decisions as he did a decade ago, he could be heading down a slippery slope. But you know what? Before I flip to that slide, let me back up and be clear. Whatever you chose to do with your money back then, that was the right decision for you at the time. I'm not interested in drumming up reasons for regret or wishing you'd done something differently. No way. I'm much more interested in helping you understand what's changing in our financial landscape now and guiding you to make the best decisions now in order to fuel your future. Because the reality is, you may very well have more money in the bank than you ever expected to have. Plus, the amount of your monthly natural gas royalty checks continues to blow your mind because those totals are so high. And soon you'll see through this example with Tom how natural gas royalty income is providing more opportunity than you may have even realized, especially right now, and that this is the time to shine, to make that opportunity count, to be smart with your money, grow your wealth, keep more for yourself, and position your family for an amazing future. I hope you're excited about this. I know I am. Let's dive into this example. Okay, Tom got a great signing bonus and a monthly royalty check from the very beginning. In the early 2010s, it felt safest to plop that money down in a CD or other low interest bearing investment account. Back when CDs were paying 3 to 4% in interest and inflation rates were a little bit lower, so it was a win, right? Tom's account grew every time he deposited a check. Inflation only took about 1 to 2% of that. But the CD interest rate of 3 to 4% left Tom with a small gain. But recently, inflation has increased swiftly, while your CD rates have not nearly kept pace. And when I say your inflation rates increased, it wasn't just by a measly 1 or 2%, and it certainly didn't happen over a long period of time. No, inflation suddenly just showed up, bouncing around with reports coming in as high as over 7%, at least at the time of making this video. Now, you're losing more due to inflation, and that cost isn't being recouped by your higher interest rates in your CDs. The moral of the story is Tom's losing money now by putting his monthly royalty checks into his CD account. Here's a graphic to give you a visual of how this works. And when most of us think of investing $100,000 into a CD paying 2%, we picture it growing at a very slow but steady and guaranteed pace, as you see in this chart. But when inflation comes bursting onto the scene like it has, and let's say it's at 7%, and you're locked into a CD at 2%, then every year you're losing 5% of your buying power on that money. So even though in 5 years your $100,000 worth about $110,000, inflation has chopped its real value down to about $77,000. Now, you might still be thinking, that's $77,000. That's still a nice chunk of free money. Sure it is. But consider how that $77,000 will continue to dwindle due to inflation over years, cutting away the potential for real legacy building wealth for your future and for your families. And not to scare you, but we haven't even touched the fact how your taxes might be changing with this influx and higher gas royalty income. So we can help you manage that too, but we'll save that for another time, so I don't want to completely bore you to sleep in this video. So why am I telling you this now? Because I know there are a lot of you out there that have been taking this conservative approach for quite some time, and in doing so have truly amassed wealth for you and your family. And I'm suggesting that you really consider what the best decisions are now based on this new environment. When this natural gas activity came to our area, we had to learn so much and understand so much, and now it's been well over a decade for most of us. So if you're someone who has paid down your debts, stabilized the financial side of your life, where do you go from here? You have a chance to do more for yourself now and more for your family than ever before. As a certified financial planner, I can tell you with confidence that there's a normal evolution that occurs when you begin to save money. It feels good. When you begin to see those amounts, they start to grow, it feels even better. At some point, your perspective changes a bit. You're not just seeing the dollar amount grow on paper, but you're starting to feel those numbers. And you're starting to open your eyes a little wider. You notice the extra zero on the end of the number on the statement, and you become painfully aware of how much is lost to taxes each year. You're enjoying the growth, but any idea of loss becomes really concerning. And at some point, you begin asking yourself, what more could I be doing? Am I being smart with my money? Is there a smarter way to do this now? Does that sound like you? And if it does, then you might really like this next part. Our company, Stonehouse, has been paying attention. We've been listening. And to help you answer these important questions, we've developed a fresh, deeply needed service called Fuel Your Future Planning. Fuel Your Future Planning is designed to help you, a natural gas lease owner, assess your current financial situation, set new financial goals, and create a plan to reach those goals alongside a trusted team of financial professionals. So if you want to be smarter with your money now, in this current financial landscape of inflation where it's eating away at your money, we can help you do that. You'll work with both a financial planning advisor and a CPA, certified public accountant, to do the following: to get a clear picture of your current finances, to discover how you can optimize your return on investments and your tax filings, to develop a plan to reach your financial goals, and to adjust and optimize the plan as the world and the life around you continues to change every day like it does. And you'll be able to say, I'm being smart with my money and have all my bases covered. Our company, Stonehouse, was modeled to be like a family office, an extension of yourself. We don't typically take control over anyone's money, nor do we tell them what to do. Working with us is like having us in your back pocket. Easy to reach, enjoyable to talk to, hopefully, knowledgeable about the topics that you feel are beyond your expertise. At Stonehouse, we have a list of favorite topics like safety, balance, growth, and my favorite, flexibility. And given these long-term trends for royalty owners and today's economic landscape, many people, just like you, are asking for more analysis and more ideas. They're all asking basically the same question: am I being smart with my money? Here's a list of common topics that we're helping them address. What else is out there for me other than CDs? What are the risks that I'm not seeing? How can I diversify without increasing my risk? And maybe the most popular is, how can I pay less in taxes? Doesn't that sound like exactly what you need? The Stonehouse team has been working so hard developing this, so we're really excited to bring this to you. So let's talk about how Fuel Your Future actually works, okay? One of our advantages in the planning process is that we combine the power of both our financial planning office as well as our tax planning office. So in the financial planning matters, our planning software, along with your advisor, will help you see how your decisions may affect your family's future. And our trademarked comprehensive tracking system we call LifeStack allows us to create a dashboard for you, showing all the important and constantly moving parts of your life. Our goal is to address these pieces one at a time to eventually get you to where you want to be, and maybe more importantly, help keep you there year after year. In our tax planning office, this sophisticated program is reviewed by our CPA and helps us to not only find tax opportunities in the current year, but also aids in planning out your future cash flows, all in an effort to keep your taxes to a minimum. The intensity of both these systems is exactly why we pair you both with an advisor in the financial firm and a tax pro on the accounting firm. So as a result, you can decide if in the future you'd like to use our financial planning services or if you'd like to use our accounting services or both. We make it as easy as possible for you to gain access to this by doing the following. Click this link to complete your Fuel Your Future form online. Should take about 2 minutes. 2, our team will review your information within the next business day. And 3, one of our advisors will then reach out to you promptly to let you know if you're eligible. Oh, I forgot the best part. If you're eligible, our initial financial and tax planning review, it's on the house. Yep, that's right. If you're ready to take the time to get serious about your wealth, then our first investment will be into you. We'll invest our time and we'll prepare an overview and provide some recommendations out of the gate. In other words, we'll show you what we can do for your financial wealth and health. And if at that point you like what you see and you want us to begin taking action, then we can make it official from that point on. But until then, there's no cost to you and there's no obligation to change the thing you're doing today. I honestly cannot make it any easier. Oh yeah, and you're likely asking by now, what makes me eligible? The fact that you're asking that yourself that question already makes you a savvy person and probably somebody we'd love to work with. I won't keep it a secret. It's really pretty simple. You need to have enough assets for us to be able to provide value to you. We want to be able to make a positive difference in your life, and I'm certain that you want that too. Whether it's saving you taxes or sorting through how your money's invested or making your estate structured correctly, all these things. If we believe we can help you, then you're eligible. So the worst case scenario is you're still able to have a professional review your what you're doing today. And if there's nothing that we can help you improve on, then you can have a higher sense of confidence that you're already doing the best things for your family. And that elevated confidence didn't cost you a dime. Best case scenario, we might be able to bring some really amazing ideas and strategies for you to consider. Things that can help you save on taxes and possibly add far more wealth to your life and to your legacy. What do you have to lose? Click the link to find out how to fuel your future and fill that form out online in a couple minutes. And if you'd rather do it in person or over the phone, that's great. Just reach out to our office directly and we can make that happen too. Just the fact that you've listened to this entire video means that you're ready to learn more and be smart with your money. We're excited to hear from you and look forward to helping you fuel your future.